Hey, folks, it's Dave here. Just got out of work, washing some jerseys. And while I'm waiting for the second load, I thought I would come over here and say hi. AP's here. So, how do I sound? Do I sound all right? I don't have robot voice, do I? Just let me know because it happens once in a while. It's rare, but it does happen. So, if I sound good, we'll go overhead. And I'm sorting out. I I call this a modern season, but it's 19 years old. So I guess that's where I go. I'm modern with 2006. And so, oh boy, I don't see Arizona over here. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to put these away and kind of go through them. I don't see Arizona over here. Atlanta. Here's Arizona. I just got to find my envelope. I'm just going to put them away and kind of sort them out at the same time. So let me come down here. And I'm just going to sort out by like offense, defense, and maybe special teams. And maybe just offense, defense. So, and I just find that's the easiest way to do it. So you'll be able to see some of the cards as I sort them out. So offense, defense, offense, defense. Get that out of the way. Come over here a little bit more. Slide over here. See if you can see the cards a little bit better. And then we have defense and offense. This is the way to do it because then when you go to get your cards here, you don't have to worry about going through all of them because you do have them sorted. Well, there's Larry Fitzgerald. So there's one guy from Arizona I know. Hayes, Hodel, Huff. Edgar and James was over there as well. Let me bring that down just a smidge there. There we go. Yeah, that one light over here is being a pain. How about that? No, still not any better. Hang on a second. Let me bring it way up in the air. No, that's not any better either. I'll just have to go something like this. Yeah, no matter what I do, it's just getting that little thing over here. That's a little better. All right. So let me continue on here. Johnson, I don't know. He's a center. Matt Leinart is a quarterback. Now I can bring the Irish back up a little bit. There we go. Yeah, I'm probably not going to know a lot of guys on Arizona, but at least I'll get them sorted out. Keith comes by. Hi, Keith. I'm sorting out my 2006 football season. This is a modern season for me. I player, so I know he's a Scott Player is going to be a special teams guy because of all that stuff there. And Rackers, I kind of know. So yeah, there's a lot of guys here. Now this guy does both, fullback and end. I'm just going to put him here. If I'm not sure, they're going to go in pile 3. Kurt Warner, here you go. Kurt Warner, as Barbara comes by. And Keith says he wants to get Napa football to so many cards. I happen to like the cards. That's just, like I'm holding Morton Anderson in my hand. I think that's awesome that I can hold Morton Anderson. He's just not on a sheet. He's in my hand, and I got his card, and it's all individual here. I just like that. That's just me. Now I know, I mean, there's some games I play with team cards, and I do like the team cards too. But I am really kind of digging. I don't know. I just kind of like it. Beverly Blake, outside linebacker, ends, tackles, free safety. Oh, Algie Crumpler, right? There's another guy we know, right? Crumpler, we know. Yep. And then we have Davis and Warwick Dunn. So they had some good guys. So let me try a different light here. Is that any better? Yeah, I think that's going to be a lot better for what we're doing tonight. Let me just come up one. That might be a little bit better, a little softer of a light. And so there's Arizona. So I'm just going to put these guys on the top of my offense, and they'll go back to back. And that's kind of how I put them away. So now when I pull out this team, my offense and my defense is already set. Like I said, I do like the cards. For some reason, it's just what I like. Again, it's different for everybody. The only thing is they don't quite fit into the M. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this one's bulging forward on. Wow, that barely fits. That hardly fits in the. Either that, I put them in wrong. There's just so many football cards. They really need to make like bigger envelopes for the football. There's just so many. Let's come over here as Professor Kenny comes by. Thanks for coming by. I need to change my my things back over here to. I think this is what I want right here. Right. Let me see. As James comes by. Yeah, I like that one a little bit better. I think. Now let me see. We got a few different styles here. How about this one? And that takes too long. So how about style 2? Did we try 2 yet? Yeah, that takes too long too. Which one did I have here? I like the one I can see you guys as little. Let's go back to 4 as Brock comes by. Yeah, I like that one right there. It's nice and fast. It goes up really fast. I like that there. So, all right. So we're on to Atlanta. All righty. So, so we got some offense, and this guy's a little bit of everything. So I'm going to put him up there. And we got some defense. T.J. Jackson, Adam Jennings. I don't really know. I'll say a lot of guys I don't know. Again, there's a crazy one, so he's going to go up there, and I think he's going to be a kicker. But sometimes it's pretty cool having the cards in your hand. I do. I don't know if I'd want every game like that. I think that's Lawyer Malloy with Atlanta. Wow, he left New England. He went to Atlanta, huh? That's kind of crazy. Man, I just can't get this light where I want it to go. And then we have Norwood. So he's got 2 cards. So obviously he did some returning and things like that. So he's got the 2 cards. That used to always confuse me, but now I kind of get it. So looks like I have Arizona and Atlanta on that side. Oh, maybe you're right. Let me go back. Maybe I do. Oh, thanks. Good catch on that. Good catch, because this is pretty stacked. You're right. I do have some Atlanta in here. Morton Anderson's Atlanta. Yeah. Oh, you're right. Yeah. Warwick Dunn's Atlanta. Oh, man. Good catch. That's why I wouldn't fit. Crumpler. Kraber. Wow. There's a lot of Atlanta. Wow. Good catch on that. Wow. Somebody had their eye on the ball, and it certainly wasn't me. Boy, I have more Atlanta here. Holy cow. Yeah. Wow. I guess I'm just tired from work. There's another Atlanta. Okay, now it's back to Arizona. Oh, that'll make things so much better. Good catch on that. Nice job. Phoenix Knight right on the ball here, making the catch. Let me change my white balance. I think that's a little better. All right, just make sure that these are all Arizonas here. So this is Oh, I screwed up my Arizona. All right, this is all offense. All right, offense. That would make sense. I glossed right over that. I would have been looking for these guys. All right, so all these guys are Arizona. Yeah. All right, so there's my Arizona offense. And now my defense. These are all Arizona defense. Now I feel better because I was like, man, I don't remember them being that big, but all right. So there we go. All right, so Arizona's fine now. It happens. And that's why you guys are here. That's why you're here. All right, so I got my cards here. Oh, look at that. Much better. Look how they fit so much better now. It's kind of look like me trying to fit into some medium pants. All right, so these are all Atlanta, right? Yeah, Atlanta. Yeah, okay. All right, so we're back to Atlanta. So Martin Anderson's with Atlanta. Yeah, no, I'm the one going blind in my old age. I was screwing up tonight so bad. I refereed a game tonight, and I haven't refereed in a while, at least on the roller hockey. And holy cow, I was screwing up. I was like, this guy has the goal. No, he didn't get the goal. I was like, oh man, how did I screw that up? I just kept screwing up. So we got Matt Schaub as a quarterback. And I was like, yeah, this guy scored the goal. And, oh, no, it's actually this guy. So this is going to be interesting to see. I know that he's kind of a jerk in real life, but, it is going to be interesting to see how he does running the ball and things like that, And there's a lot of fun guys here in 2006. All right, so that's Atlanta, right? So there's Atlanta. Hopefully I won't do that again. But, yeah, I was screwing up refereeing tonight. It's like, oh, this guy had the ball. Then I just put my defense in here, too. What did I do? There we go. So I was, this number 15 got the goal. No, it's number 21. Really? Just okay. So, yeah, that's just kind of how it went for me. What can I do? I'm just real rusty with some of that stuff. I'm like a Rusty Jones. All right. What does the asterisk mean next to Vic? I will have to look that up. What does the asterisk mean next to Vic? I think, something? I think that means he's eligible to run. I could be very wrong with that, but I'm pretty sure that on some of the newer sets, the quarterbacks that run a lot have an asterisk, which means you can call runs for them. I think that's what it means. Don't hold me to it, but I think. All righty, so let's go right down. This should be Baltimore now. And so we have offense and defense and bullets. Here's another one with an asterisk, so that must mean he can run, right? I will have to look that up, I'll try to find out, but I'm pretty sure that, especially with the newer sets, the quarterbacks that did a lot of running, I'm pretty sure that's what it means. Todd Heap for Baltimore. What's kind of different here is all my Baltimore teams were the Colts. Like, that's why I have my hat on. But this is going to be the, what are they, the Ravens? Oh, man, that root beer is so good when it's cold. All right, so Sam, he's going to be a punter. I'll just do 3 stacks like this. How about that? Landry, Jamal Lewis? Oh, Ray Lewis. 4. I thought he'd be higher than that. He's only a 4. Only a 4, but I mean, there is a 5. Derek Mason, Chris McAllister. Okay, so you see Steve McNair does not have the asterisk. So, yeah, I'm kind of thinking that it's the mobile quarterbacks, and you can call runs. I will double check that. I won't be able to do it tonight, but I'm pretty sure if I look that up, that it'll say that. I forget where I saw that too. I don't know if it was on the app or site, or if it was somewhere else. And you might hear my washer dryer behind me. Not much I can do. It's Matt Stover. So we have, so he's your punter and he's your kicker here. Terrell Suggs. Yeah, they had some good defense. Right? Adalius Thomas. And that is that. So that's going to be Baltimore, right? That was Baltimore. Right? Phoenix, keep an eye on this, will you? I'm kind of fading here, and I got to be up tomorrow at 5, so I got to try to just having some fun with this tonight. I worked the crazy Thursday night shift and then the Friday morning shift. So I said, what I'm going to do is Thursday nights I'm going to come over here to the table while I'm washing jerseys, and I'm going to try to do something fun. If it's not setting up a football game, then it's going to be going through cards or something like this. So I made it a point to try to have fun on Thursday nights after one job and not get, not be bummed out that I go right back to work. Yeah, no, I hear you on that. All right, so Buffalo. Who did Buffalo have? All right, so we have Aiken and we have Anderson. Brad Cieslak? Is that Sleestack? Is he the Sleestack? I'm going to call him the Sleestack if I play. Denny DiGregorio. Now, like I say, a lot of these guys I don't know. But some you do. Sometimes you're like, oh, I remember that guy. I like to go and watch This Week in the NFL. I watch those a lot. So Kelly Holcomb doesn't have any asterisk. So not really a runner. Ryan Lindell, so he's going to be the kicker. J.P. Lossman, he does not have a rating either like that. Willis McGahee, Terrence McGee. Sometimes it's kind of fun. So Mormon, he's another punter. Looks like he's a kicker of some kind. Ryan Neufeld, Parrish, don't know. Pennington's a tackle. Peters, Preston. Josh Reed. There's a lot of offense guys here now. Got a few defense. Takeo Spikes. Thomas. Triplet. Whitner. Williams, Wire, and Yabuti. And so that is Buffalo. Right? Haven't got to the good teams yet. Although Baltimore's got some good guys on there, that's for sure. So I don't know if you saw, but I unboxed. I didn't unbox it. I just kind of showed it the other day. 75 for payoff pitch, and I did round the corners for the Red Sox and the Reds. I didn't have as much fun rounding corners as I was. Remember this spring and summer when I was rounding corners like a beast? I had a good time doing that. I didn't have a good time today. I don't know why. It just was. It was just okay rounding the corners today. Kind of felt like more like a pain. I think what I think it is when I did the basketball. There was not a lot of guys in the basketball team compared to the baseball. There's a lot of guys in the baseball team. All righty, so now we have Carolina. And that guy's a little bit of something here. Brett Bassinez is your quarterback. That's kind of weird. I don't know Brett Bassinez, you know. And we have Branch over here. A lot of branches in football. A lot of good branches, too. And Jake Delhomme does not have that. So I'm thinking, yeah, the asterisk is going to tell guys that you can call runs for him. And again, his past aside, it might be fun to see how Vic does here. I just can't tell my wife I'm going to play Vic. She can't stand the guy. Has nothing to do with football, obviously. Oh, look at that. Keyshawn Johnson. Carolina could be fun. Because they were the team that played New England in, 03 or 04. So they were good. They got to the Super Bowl. So you got John Casey, Keyshawn Johnson. There's a few other guys here I'm probably going to know. Just because of the Super Bowl. Julius Peppers. Yep, on defense. We know Julius Peppers. Steve Smith, the receiver. Yep. Mike Wow. I'm going to call him the whale. I'm going to call him the white whale. Right. And then we have Wallace. Chris Wanky. Wanky, dinky doo. And then we have a couple of other guys here. D'Angelo Williams and then Sean Williams. So that is our Carolina team. And Richard says, let me put you up here. I'll read that here. Richard says, I've been trying to settle which season I'm going to replay after I finish the 92 NFL season. That's a good one, by the way. That's one that I wish Apple would come out with. I would get 92. That's say anything after 70 something I would get. All right, boy, this one's kind of tight too, but I'm pretty sure that was all Carolina. I didn't screw it up like I did the first time. I bounced around between 2016, 75, 84, and 71. I think it's 71 right now. 84 is Marino in Montana, I would think, and maybe even Elway. That would be a heck of a season to do if you want shootouts. 75 is a favorite of mine. I have that over there. 75 is right over my shoulder. And so I really like 75. As much as I like my 76 Buccaneers and the Seahawks in that expansion, 75 is still that's when I really started watching football. And so for me, I do like 75. Well, look at that one there. Brendan Ian Badeo. Crazy name. So let's see what we got here. As Ryan comes by, I'm just kind of unboxing my season here. So I have this is Chicago Bears. Where's Marco when you need him, right? I'm not really recognizing any Bears from 2006. Robbie Gould, I think he's a kicker. It looks like. Oh, Brian Greasy. Okay, Brian Greasy. Yes, this is what I got, Wayne. I got 81 baseball, which I unboxed today and put away, and I got 2006 football. It was weird because I was hemming and hawing between 89 and 98 football, but it's like I got a lot of. Well, I don't have a lot of 80s. I got 85, 80, 81, 85 for football. I don't have anything in the 90s, but I do have 2001, so that's kind of close to 98. But I was hemming and hawing. Rex Grossman. Again, this is the Super Bowl Bears, right? The Super Bowl Bears that lost to the Colts. And Devin Hester. Oh, man. Look at his punt return. P column. 1, 1, 7. Oh, man. That's going to be fun, too. Devin Hester out there returning kicks. That's going to be a good time. And then I saw that Appa said they just redid 2006. Like, this is going to be a good, as I got two Mannings here. Neither one of the Mannings I'm going to talk about. Maynard does punting and kicking. So he's got 2 cards. But I thought it'd be a fun season for your Brady, Manning, Roethlisberger type of season. So that's kind of why I went here. Adrian Peterson. Oh, I didn't know Adrian Peterson was on Chicago that year. Brian Urlacher, 5. Look at him. He's the best. 5. Brian Urlacher's a 5. That's great. So yeah, the Bears defense. That should be fun too, I guess. I'll have to get some Bears on the table. You're supposed to get your order and say, you know what I did, Dwayne? What was kind of weird is I actually Sunday night we had a chat here Sunday night, right? As Ryan comes by. Hi, Ryan. And after the chat is when I placed my order. So I want to get it in before Monday morning. I placed my order probably at 10:30, 11 o'clock here at night, right? And I get up in the morning, I slept in a little bit late, and I get an email from Appa that my order's been processed and packing up going to shipping. And this is, 10 o'clock or so Sunday night, almost 11 o'clock. And I get the notice from Appa first thing in the morning that it was, it's out of here. And so, and it arrived today, Thursday. So that's, pretty good, I thought, So what are you getting? I remember you saying you were going to order some stuff. I'm wondering what you're doing there. And Richard said, it seems like you're like me, that I've determined that I'm as much as a collector as a player. I have more sets that I could play. Yeah. The thing is, like I said, I just work so many hours. Like when I get that extra paycheck in, like I got this week, I take some of it and I try to have some fun with it. All right, Sam Adams of Cincinnati. I don't know if that's the beer or not. So we got the Cincinnati Bengals. I don't know how good they were. I'm still waiting for my envelopes from Chris White and my team cards. All right, so he looks like he's some kind of a kicker or something. Again, anytime you see a big mess like this, I don't even look at the symbols. If it's not cut and dry offensive defense, put him in the middle, and then you look here and it's like, yeah, he's their kicker. You say Husmanzada, I say TJ Husmanzada, right? Yours Monday, yeah, and they're doing pretty good. He's cranking them out now. So I mean, I know some people had some issues, but I got mine pretty quick, and that is that. Levi Jones, Reggie Kelly, Ethan Kilmer. Wonder if he's related to Billy. All right, so again, kind of crazy card goes in the middle, so he looks like he's the punter. And we have Brad St. Louis. Carson Palmer, again, no asterisk there, so he's not someone that's going to be doing a lot of running, 83 in 2023 Appa Master Game Baseball. Nice. I don't have 83. That's one season I don't have. I've been really addicted to that Appa Master. It really is. It's just been. I've had just so much fun with it, and it's just. I'm finding that it's fairly easy. There's a few more steps depending on what's going on in the game, but it's not horrible. Cincinnati, and another quarterback here, and that's that. So that is Cincinnati. But I am really, really liking the master version. I beeped. Yeah, that's the laundry back there. I got to go flip it in 1 second here. I'll give it another minute. I like to give it a few more minutes to dry in the winter time. In the summertime, the jerseys dry really fast. But in the winter, they don't dry quite as much. So they're probably still a little. When the dryer goes off, I think I put it for 35 minutes. So I'll go over there in a minute and flip it. And I'll try to finish these up here because I'm not ready for bed at all. I just showered and I'm wide awake, so I will be kicking around here for a little bit. Hopefully I won't be up too late tonight because I do have to work tomorrow. Oh, you had 83, but not with the master, and you want the modern day to see how? Yeah, I have one set of Appa Baseball that Tebow sent me at 78. It's the older set, and I actually turned around and bought the newer set after I figured I liked the game, and I like this. I like how they're nice and bright. They have all the symbols on here. I prefer this over the old cards. That's just me. All three: hockey, baseball, football. Yeah. So for me, that's what I prefer. So I like to buy them new. Joe Andrewsy, I think he was with New England, right? Wasn't he? So this is Cleveland. 06 Cleveland. So Josh Cribbs has a couple of cards, so he did some returning. Phil Dawson's a kicker. Darryl Dinkins. Remember Darryl Dinkins? Ken Dorsey's a quarterback. Nat Dorsey's a tackle. I wonder if they're related. Charlie Fry, but they got a lot of quarterbacks over here in Cleveland, don't they? He's over here. Cornerback. Jackson Jones. Joe Jaravicious, there's a name I know, just because it's a very different. Oh, Willie McGinnis, that's right. He played with Cleveland, right? Willie McGinnis left New England and went to Cleveland. So that must have been after the Super Bowls. That's when Belichick was cutting everybody that was over like 25 years old. You know? Oh, I thought that was Steve Vickers from the Rangers. Nose tackle. That's kind of neat. So they're running a 3-4. When you see the nose tackle, when you're setting up your teams, you know they're running a 3-4. And I started to learn a little bit about that. It was kind of neat. It's kind of helped me learn the game a little bit. Kellen Winslow, right? And he's got to be our place kicker here. So only the one kicker and one punter. He's the punter. He's the kicker. Interesting. So that's all from Cincinnati. And yeah, I do like the master game, and I like the master symbols. The idea of just having them. So if you want to use them, you can use them. I really like that. Even if I don't use them, I like that they're there. So when I play the games, I can choose to use them or not. Whereas the older stuff, you can convert them, but I'd rather just have them. As Todd comes by, what's Todd got to say? I'm going to be picking up a set of Apple football cards this weekend at a flea market. Nice. Not sure of the season, but assuming the originals, no game boards. Can you order the older boards? No. You'll have to go to eBay or something like that. I think everything on the site is new. All the cards are new, and everything is geared towards the newer set. So, unfortunately, you will not be able to play. I don't believe. Jeff could probably tell you a little bit better. He's not here. But I'm pretty sure that with the baseball, everything kind of goes together. With the football, it's not what it is. All right, so we have Dallas right now. See how the Cowboys did. I know there's a couple of people in here I'm gonna like. I prefer the Newark cards. Again, they look better. They're brighter. And they have all the symbols on this. So I'm a big fan of the Newark cards. All right, so let's see who Dallas has got that we're going to know. Marion Barber. We know Marion Barber. Oh, Bledsoe. Yeah, we're going to get some Bledsoe playing. Yeah, so, again, nice fun season here. I'm correct. They only have the newer book. Yeah, so you would have to kind of find them on the black market, the older stuff. They're not impossible to find. In fact, I almost picked one up. They had it was $20 on eBay, and they had the newer game. And I said, I think I might go drop that in and pick it up, but I didn't. It's like I only have the one season. I have 1979. That's the only season I have that's older because I like that 79 season. Oh, Terry Glenn was over there, so Bledsoe and Glenn. Grammatica was a kicker. All right, I'm gonna go flip that. Hang on one second. I'll let you watch. I'll let you watch me walk over and flip the laundry. How about that? Here's some bonus video. How about that for OnlyFans, right? I bet you don't see that on OnlyFans. Well, it is what it is. That's what we're doing here. There's no secrets here. Oh, that's actually not. There's 9 jerseys per team, and I only had 4 teams tonight, so I got 36. So I wash 2 teams at a time. So I wash 18 at a time. Saturday, Tuesday's the big one because I have 8 teams. So I'm washing 72. It's 4 loads on Tuesday. Yeah, so I'm up really late on Tuesday. All right, back to the action. Here we go. So this is Terry Glenn, Martin Grammatica. There's some good guys here in Dallas. I'm going to enjoy playing Dallas. Julius Jones. Kincaid. I don't know if I know Kincaid. This guy looks like he's a punter or something, so he goes in the middle. Newman. Oh, T.O. Look at that T.O. Oh, man, this season's great. This team is great. This is going to be fun playing Dallas, right? Going to be fun playing Dallas. Now, this guy's pretty polite, so I'm going to put him here. Jamaica Rector. He's a wrecking ball. And Romo. So we got Romo and Bledsoe. That's going to be a fun team. I'm telling you, it's going to be a fun team, this Dallas team. Oh, Vander Jack was a kicker. He come over from the Colts, huh? But I tell you, there's nothing quite like when you're doing what was I going to say? The 77 Cowboys or 78 Cowboys when you're rolling their defense. Holy smoke, their defense is it's one guy after another. It's in the Hall of Fame. It's so fun rolling that Dallas defense from there. And that's what's fun about having the cards is kind of looking at the individual cards with the player on there, and you get to see, where they're from and all this other stuff. It's really cool having the cards. I do like that. Again, I wouldn't want it from every game. A game like shootout hockey, I wouldn't want all the cards. Second season is fine as a team game, as a solitaire pro and season ticket. Football and baseball. I'm happy. Well, baseball is the individual card, but the football is a team card. I'm okay with that. I really am. All righty. So who do we have up next? Okay, so it looks like we have Denver up next. So let's see who Denver has. I don't know if I know anybody on Denver. I think this is the Jake Plummer. Yeah, so they have Abdullah on the defense, Alexander up at the front. Oh, Champ Bailey. Okay, we know him. Tatum Bell, I think I've heard of. Okay, so they have a Jay Cutler, so he's one of the quarterbacks. Dumerville, Jason Elam, he's a kicker. He used to be like one of the best kickers, right? So he's got a punting card and a kicking card. But now the kickers nowadays are nuts. But he was the guy that started all those long field goals. If I'm not mistaken, I think he was. And so he must be some kind of a kicker. And no one else kind of jumping out at me here for Denver. It was Chad Mustard in the conservatory with the candlestick, right? That's who it was. Now we know. Yeah, I'm not. Oh, there's Jake Plummer. So there's a couple of quarterbacks here. But aside from that, yeah. So Denver here is kind of maybe Rod Smith. So that's about it for Denver. Yeah, I'm not really keen on Denver here. I know they didn't do too bad, I don't think, but it's really not nothing jumped out at me there. Nothing said, "Hey, Dave, let's play." Nothing really jumped out at me on Denver. All right, so who's up next? Detroit. Oh, I peeled them off all in one thing. All right, so we have so we got some guys on defense. Oh no, he's got a couple of cards here. So it looks like he he did some returning. That's why he's got 2 cards. That 81 set, holy cow, when I was going through 81 today, oh man, that's going to be so fun to play. And I'm a late 70s guy, but that 81 season's got a lot of great guys in there. Looking forward to playing. Eddie Drummond for Detroit. I don't know if I know any Lions from 06. How were the Lions in 06? Let me see if I can find that. Hang on one second here. All right, so let me go to 2006. Let's check the Lions. They were 3-13. They were 3-13. Denver was 9-7. So 3-13. That's why I don't know anybody. And I usually play the bad teams, but I gotta know somebody on the bad team. I know the kicker. That's about it. It's not John Kitna. Doesn't really want me, get me all hot and bothered. Josh McCown. These guys really aren't getting me excited to put them on the table. Like if I got 89 or 98, I would have had like Barry Sanders and guys like that. But I think I do have them in some of my other seasons. So I'm trying to mix it up here because I don't have every season. And Damian Woody, I think he was with Miami. I think. All righty, so that is the Detroit team. David Akers would make long kicks for the field goals back then, 70 yards in warm-ups. Interesting. As Joe comes by, hi Joe. I just get out of work and I'm washing some jerseys. Kind of, something. I'm going to sort out some of my cards from 06. So I'm just kind of doing offense, defense. It gives me a chance to go through everybody here. But thanks for coming by. And Oh, Broncos in the old uniforms tonight. 10-7 Denver. I saw that the Raiders are Denver should be pounding the Raiders. The Raiders really aren't a good team. And I thought that it was close. All right, so we got the Green Bay Packers here. Let's see if anybody on Green Bay. How was Green Bay, by the way? Let's take a look over here. 8-8. Did not make the playoffs, but 8-8 for Green Bay. Donald Driver. Okay. Oh, there's a guy we might know, right? Brett. How do you say his name? Favor. Brett Favor. Well, there's a good one. Basha Biamila. Boy, I don't know about that one. Someone would have to help me with that one if I was doing his game. That was a tough one. That was a tough name. I didn't know what to make out of that one. It's probably a lot easier than I made it out to be. Not really recognizing many of the Packers at all here. Oh, look at that. How about that for 2006? 19 years ago. He played a couple of games too. Maybe I should play him just for funsies, right? Just for funsies. How about that? Kuja Biamila. Thank you. I'm hoping I won't have to. Charles Woodson. I do know him. I'm kind of hoping I won't have to use that this year. Favre is Mary's boyfriend. I'm not sure what that means. Are you trying to be funny? Is that a funny? Oh, you know something? They don't have these separated into AFC and NFC, so I'm going to have to do that myself at some point, right? All righty, so we have... How many W's do they have here? Holy cow, I'm going through the end of the Houston team. They get so many guys in W. Now, Houston in 06, obviously that's going to be the Houston Texans, right? In 06, the Oilers are long gone at this point. So the Houston Texans were 6-10. So we have the Texans here at 6-10. So let's see what we got going on here. Chris Brown was the kicker for the Texans. Oh, David Carr. I always liked David Carr. He was more of an expansion team. I kind of like David Carr. Now is it what his older brother or his kid or something's playing? But I was a David Carr guy. He got a bad rap. I really do. I think he got a bad rap. He was on some bad teams. Bad teams. Anybody here jumping out at you? I'm not knowing anybody here on Houston aside from that quarterback. Yep, not seeing anything here. There's a quarterback, Sage Rosenfels. Oh, that's one I don't know at all. So this guy here, he's I'm gonna put him in the middle because I don't know what he does. He does a little bit of everything. So it is he. All right, so that is that. Andre Johnson's a Hall of Fame. Okay, I didn't pick up on that. Eric Moulds plays for the Bills. Yeah, I mean, some of those guys sounded familiar. It still wasn't I wasn't oohing and ahhing over those guys there. So Houston's going to be another one that's probably not going to make the table. I still like to have them because I like to collect them all. But Mario Williams was good on defense, you're saying? I'll take your word for it. All right, so now I got all right, so I have now Joseph Adai. So now we're getting into the Super Bowl champs here. Let's see if we know anybody here. Well, he does a little bit of both, so he's going to go in the middle. I know he's not a kicker or anything, but he does both. So Rocky Boyman, Dallas Clark, the tight end. All right, we got some guys here. I know these guys will be on the table. They'll be on the table. Fletcher, Dwight Freeney, okay. Friend of mine, Gardner, Giordano, Glenn, Marvin Harrison. No, we're gonna have some fun throwing the ball around to him. Dan Klecko. Well, he does a little bit of everything. So I'm just going to put him here because I'm not sure where he's going to go. And there's Peyton. Peyton's place. Peyton Manning. A 5. Pretty good. And then we have some more guys over here. Ricky Pro. Wow, they had some runners. They had some receivers. Holy cow. This team's loaded. I think that's why they won the Super Bowl, right? And a few other guys here. Got Dexter Reed, Darrell Reed. Got a lot of Reeds on the team. Jeff Saturday, great center. I love Saturday. That is the Klecko from the Jets. Okay. That guy looks like he's a kicker. Look, a kicker. Jim Sorgi, probably never saw a snap. Brandon Stokely. Oh, man, they got tons of guys that are running. Oh, one of my favorite kickers, Adam Vinatieri. And then the stately Wayne Manor. Wow. This team is jacked. Indianapolis. What was the score of that Super Bowl, by the way? 29-17. Now, so Indy was 12-4. I thought with this team they'd be a little bit better, you know. I thought they would be a lot better considering things. All right, I do have to sort these out by AFC and NFC. Holy cow! How many more W's on Jacksonville? Wow. There's like 37 guys with a W on Jacksonville. Because they're all alphabetical here. I'm like, man, W, got to be close to the end. Nope. All right, Jacksonville here. 8-8. Let's see what they got for Jacksonville. David Garrard. Not getting me real excited. Quinn Gray is not getting me excited to play. Hanson is going to be your kicker here. Was he the guy that does the NFL? The guy that does the red zone. I thought his name was Hanson. I don't know if he was a former player, but I see a lot of Hansons in the league. Jones Drew. All right, so he's got a couple of cards here. Brian Leftwich. Oh, yeah, I know some of these guys. Mercedes Lewis. So there's a few guys here that I'm aware of. Center, D, center. Chad Owens, Pierman, Peterson, Petway, Scooby is a kicker. What a D in a row makes it nice and easy. Fred Taylor, Toefield, Webb. See, look at all the W's. Webb, Wiley, Wilford, Williams, Wimbush, Wrightster. I mean, look at them all. Why are some players double carded like Jones Drew? Because what happens is, you see how they get 3 columns? Okay, now they're kind of defaulting to run, pass, kick. Okay, now on some of the cards here, see like Scobie, if he's kicking off, he's using the P column. If he's place kicking, he's using the K column. And if he's punting, he's using the R column. So he's using all 3 columns for kind of different things. So P is not going to be pass on his card. So sometimes if you got a guy that's returned stuff, like Tony Dorsett has 2 cards. Anybody that's like maybe returned a fumble or anytime you need more than 3 columns, you get 2 cards. Let's put it that way. So let's just say that, you know, I mean, usually it's if you're returning kicks and stuff, that's when you want to get that other column. So it just means that if the next 2 cards coming up, I'll try to show you. But it just means like this guy here, you see how he has W is R. So that means if he gets an interception, that's you read the R column. If it's a fumble return, it's the K column. So that means he's returned interceptions and fumbles. Now, if he was also returning kicks, he might need a second card because he's already used up R and K. And so maybe they would give him the P column or something like that. If I come up with another one, I'll show you just so I can kind of get it together. All right, here's Kansas City. Now, what did Kansas City do? Kansas City is 9-7, and they made the playoffs, and they lost to the Colts in the first round. Okay, so we get some defense here. Yeah, the next time that comes up, I'll show you. But what it means is that they need more than 1 card. Okay, so here's another guy here. Okay, Dustin Colquitt. So when he plays kicks, it's the K. When he punts, it's the K column. He's the main punter. When he kicks off, the P column, and he's the backup kicker and plays kicking. So he needs a K. So he's the main punter. A means top guy. So it says use the K column for punts. If he's kicking off, it's the P column, and if he's kicking field goals, it's the K column. So you can't have 2 of the same Ks. All right, so he's punting, so they want him there. And I think maybe on this card, if he ever had to pass, you'd use the P column here. But over here, the P column's used for kickoffs. So he needs more than 3 columns to make it work, is basically where we are, okay? And if you look, the R column, which is, so if he would recover a fumble and try to run it back, you see how the R column is exactly the same? So if you were to look at the R column, both cards are the same. So it's the P and the K columns that are different. So if he were to recover a fumble and return it, the R column on either card would work. But for kicking purposes, he needs more than the 2 columns and then the R column to return. So it just means that you need more than a couple of columns to make it work. Brody Croyle. I do not know Brody Croyle. Jason Dunn. Nope. I'm probably not going to know too many guys from Kansas City. I don't even know that guy. Trent Green is like the one guy I might know. Dante Hall, maybe. Damon Heward, backup quarterback. Yeah, not really knowing some of these guys. He's all over the place, so I don't know what he is. Benny Sapp, not Warren Sapp, right? Sims, Patane, Turley, Webb, Wellborn, Greg Wesley, Wagman, Wilkerson, Williams, and Chris Wilson. Yeah, I don't know too many of these guys in Kansas City. So, Tony Gonzalez, was he the tight end? Tony Gonzalez? Okay. Oh, he was really good. Alrighty. So that is that. I think I'm gonna call it a night here. I'll go through the rest of these maybe tomorrow. Maybe when I get home from work in the morning, maybe I'll sit down and throw these on the table, and we'll do the other half of the cards here. But I think I am going to wrap it up here tonight because I do got to get up early. So I'm going to try to beat the traffic to the bedroom so I can go get some sleep. So anyway, well, hope you had some fun here. Just kind of sorting out my cards. That's what I like to do. I like to get the defense and the offense squared away when I put them away. That's going to be my new thing now. So when I pull out a team that I haven't used before, I get the defense and the offense already separated so I can really kind of dig into the guys and put them on the table. So hope you enjoyed it. Yes, thanks for coming by. And like I said, I was going to set up a game tonight so I could play it tomorrow, but instead I decided to kind of break this apart and put it together. So I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow. If I'm going to use my new 81 season, or if I want to put that the new 75 payoff pitch on the table and get that World Series going, so I can go to Digi Dugout, and print out the rosters all ready to go, and had a good time with that. Digi Dugout's awesome. I love Digi Dugout. Going to get all my score sheets all printed out. So, all right, thanks for coming by. Hope you guys have a good night, and we'll talk to you later. Bye bye.